Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep are the makers of premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to suit your needs and conveniently delivered right to your doorstep. Helix offers 20 unique mattresses and recently launched a series of mattress toppers to offer sleeping solutions for everyone. My husband and I have been sleeping on our Helix Sleep mattress for a little over 2 years now, and we love it. We wake up well rested, our backs feel supported, and we found our perfect match using the Helix Sleep quiz. It takes the headache out of finding the right mattress. For example, I happen to be a side sleeper. I prefer a firmer style mattress, and I share my bed with my husband, who also took the sleep quiz, and the sleep quiz found us the perfect compromise in the Helix Sleep Dusk Luxe. At this point, my entire immediate family has a Helix Sleep mattress, and we are all getting terrific sleep. Besides getting great sleep, what I also appreciate about our Helix Sleep mattress is that it arrived right at our doorstep. If you live in the US, shipping is free, wrapped in a cardboard box, so it was easy to manipulate and maneuver up our narrow flight of stairs, and I was able to install the mattress myself. Plus, it's a huge upgrade from our old mattress, which served us well, but definitely needed to be replaced. Helix recently gifted my friends a Helix Sleep Kids mattress, which has a really interesting design. It's two-sided and flippable, so it grows along with your child. It's naturally hypoallergenic and water and stain resistant. So if you're looking to upgrade this back-to-school season, then Helix Kids mattress has got you covered. All Helix Sleep mattresses are fiberglass free and come with a 100-night sleep trial to make sure you love it. And if you'd like to try Helix Sleep for yourself, take advantage of their extended Labor Day sale. There's an exclusive partner sale. It's 27% off site-wide. You can click the link down below or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade. Big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video and for allowing me to make better videos for all of you. Alrighty, my lovies, today we're going to be making a recipe that has quite an intriguing name. It's called swamp potatoes, and any good name of a recipe does exactly what it did to me, and it strikes a little bit of interest and intrigue. Swamp potatoes doesn't sound exactly delicious, but it does sound interesting. So what is it? It's basically a dish of potatoes with green beans and a bunch of seasoning that can be cooked either in your oven or in a crock pot like I'm going to do today, and just very well seasoned and smothered until the green beans take a kind of swampy appearance, but it's supposed to taste absolutely delicious. And from what I've read, it's not exactly a new recipe, as many of these recipes seemingly claim. Its roots seem to place it in the South, in particular the Louisiana, Southern Texas region. We're going to be using andouille Cajun style sausage in this dish, and it sounds delicious, but I really want to know what swamp potatoes taste like. Also, if you want to read more about swamp potatoes, I'll put a link down below to my friend Heather Martin's article all about swamp potatoes. Alrighty, so here are our cast of characters. I am missing the main ingredient, which are potatoes. So I'm going to be making my swamp potatoes in a crock pot, but you certainly don't need one. You can make this in a large casserole dish and just pop it in your oven. So first I'm going to drizzle some olive oil into the bottom of my crock pot. And then we're just gonna pretty much dump everything in. An onion here, and I'm just going to chop this roughly. This is gonna stew together for quite a while, so everything will cook down. And I imagine you can put what you like or what you have in this as well. Potatoes seem essential because the dish is called swamp potatoes. Sausage I think is pretty important too because it's gonna lend so much flavor. But besides that, you could add whatever vegetables you like. If you don't like green beans, by all means, switch it up. I've also seen recipes that use canned green beans, frozen green beans. I'm using fresh green beans because they're in season right now. But again, use what you have, use what you like. A smallish medium onion, place that into a crock pot. Then I've got 3 pounds of little waxy potatoes here, little yellow ones. These are nice for stewing because they are waxy and they won't turn into mush. If you were to use a russet, the big baking potatoes, those won't do so well in a smothered dish. For some reason, I always thought of a crock pot as a kind of wintertime thing because I always associate it with a stew. But I've recently found it's great for the summer too because it doesn't heat up your whole house. I've baked things in it. I baked some bread in it recently. Pretty incredible. You can check out that video if you missed it. But it's pretty smart because you don't have to heat up your entire kitchen. Got the potatoes in there with the onions, and I'm gonna stir that olive oil around to coat. Don't mind me, I'm just refilling my pepper mill. This was always my job as a child. My mom would assign me to fill the pepper mill. Now we're gonna crack a bunch of black pepper on our potatoes, along with garlic powder, and some Creole seasoning. I'm using Tony, how do you pronounce it? I've learned it's Satries is how it's pronounced, Satries. And I find that this is delicious, but very, very salty. I imagine this as salt when I use it, so I'm just gonna put it on as I would season it with salt. You can always add more, my mother always says. Because I have some left over from another recipe, I'm going to be using a package of ranch seasoning. I've also seen recipes that use onion mix, onion soup mix. Dump that in there. This is andouille sausage, wonderful sausage that has a little bit of heat to it, nice and smoky. So we're gonna cut these into bite-sized pieces. And this is 1 pound of sausage. And finally, the last main ingredient is a bunch of green beans. This is about 1 pound of fresh green beans, and I'm gonna cut these up into more manageable pieces. But I have seen recipes where they just dump in a can of whole green beans, which seems like they'd be hard to eat, but after all this cooking time, they're gonna be mushy anyway, so it probably doesn't matter that much. But I think it looks pretty, well, it looks pretty now because the green beans are bright, but after hours of cooking, they're not gonna be so bright. According to Heather's article, this dish is also known as smothered potatoes and green beans, right? Swamp is just a moniker that says of where it comes from, I believe, from the deep south. And it's also, again, intriguing. And finally, to gild the lily, we're going to add 1 stick of butter. So this is probably another reason why this dish is going to be delicious. It contains a stick of butter. Okay, put the lid on this, pop it into the crock pot. You can cook it on high for 3 to 4 hours or on low for 6 to 8 hours. And this should all be done. Isn't that interesting? We're not putting any water in this whatsoever. All the juices and moisture are gonna come out of the sausage and green beans and potatoes. Kind of amazing, right? Alrighty, lovelies, I will see you in a few hours and we will taste our swamp potatoes. Alrighty, my lovelies, welcome back. It has been 8 hours since I left you, hence my glasses, my contacts are too dry, and I am back because I mistakenly set my slow cooker to warm instead of high. So when I came back 4 hours later, my potatoes were not cooked. So I had to cook these for an additional 4 hours, but now they are cooked and now we're going to taste these. Here we are, the finished swamp potatoes. Look at that. Can you hear that bubbling? Wicked hot. The green beans are properly gray now, but they're not obliterated. They still have some form to them. I thought they were going to be totally melted, but they are not. The potatoes are tender. Sausage, of course, remains whole. It smells terrific. But let's get a little bit of everything. I grew up having Crystal hot sauce. This is the hot sauce my mom loves. But Tabasco is another favorite Louisiana hot sauce. But that's a little bit hotter. This one's very vinegary, which I like. Let's taste it straight up first before we add the hot sauce. So potatoes are tender. Let's have a bite with everything. Alrighty, my first taste of swamp potatoes. Itadakimasu. Mmm. Oh, so hot. Mmm. Oh. Terrific. The andouille sausage is nice and garlicky. It has a nice little punch of heat. That package of ranch seasoning offers tons of flavor in here. It doesn't make it kind of creamy or dairy at all. It just gives it a good amount of flavor. it's a little bit tangy. I'm kind of surprised by that. Because we didn't put any vinegar or any acid in here. So it's got a little bit of tang. It must come from the ranch seasoning. And this is not too salty. This has a stick of salted butter in it, that package of ranch seasoning, and I put some Tony Chachere's in there too, but it's not too salty. And I'm gonna add some hot sauce too. Love hot sauce. Here we go. Ooh, so hot. Oh my gosh. That is a great combination. I should not have put that whole piece of potato in my mouth right away. It was so hot. But this hot sauce goes perfectly with this. It's so nice and vinegary. A little bit of heat, not too much, but it goes so nicely with this combination of smothered potatoes, green beans, onions, and sausage. Surprisingly, the green beans aren't overcooked. They are well cooked. They are definitely cooked, but they're not totally mushy. I thought they were going to be dissolved into a pile of mush, but because these were fresh green beans, they're tender, but not dissolved into like a liquid pile of vegetables. These little waxy yellow potatoes held their shape. They're tender, but they too did not fall into a pile of mush. I would definitely make this again. I think it would be perfect for a cookout, a potluck. If you're grilling some things on the grill, this would be perfect to be kept warm on the side. Little side dish that has some vegetables and a starch and some meat too. Thanks so much for watching, and big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to try Helix Sleep for yourself, you can click the link down below or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade to take advantage of their extended Labor Day sale. It's 27% off site-wide. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! This is like my second dinner. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I can't believe.